The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello children, welcome back. Hope you all are doing your work on time. Study nicely, okay? In the previous class, we have discussed on transverse wave. What are transverse wave? A wave in which particles of the medium vibrate perpendicular to the direction of propagation are called transverse wave. And in transverse wave, crest and trough are formed. Clear? Today, we are going to discuss about longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave is another type of mechanical wave, and look at this figure. Here you can see a slinky. A slinky means just like a long spring. Okay, the slinky is attached to the wall and the other end of the slinky is free and we are holding it in our hand. Okay, we are holding the free end of the slinky. നമ്മുടെ സ്പ്രിംഗ് വള കണ്ടിട്ടില്ലേ, അതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു സാധനം കേട്ടോ. Press the slinky and release it. We can see when we press, the waves move from our hand towards the wall, or the wave propagates in the forward direction. And what happens when we press and release? What happens to the air particles near to it? The air particles move to and fro. Okay, or the air particles vibrate, and as a result there are certain regions where the air particles are very close. Okay, and see in that figure we can see certain coils are very close to each other, and at that place what happens, the air particles will be very close and such regions are having high pressure. Okay, so high pressure areas are known as compressions. Compressions denoted by the letter C. Okay, so what are compressions? Compressions are high pressure areas where the air particles are very close. Okay, or we can tell their density is high in this area. And you can also see certain areas where the air particles are far apart. Okay, അതായത് ആ കോയിൽസ് വിട്ട് വിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്ന പ്ലേസസ്. Such areas where low pressure is experienced is called rarefactions. Are called rarefactions denoted by the letter R. So what are rarefactions? Rarefactions are low pressure area, or we can tell the air particles in the low pressure area are far apart. Okay, so in the case of a longitudinal wave, what happens to the particles in the medium? See, when we press the slinky and release it, what happens? The particles in the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation. Waves ഏത് ഡയറക്ഷനിലാണോ പോകുന്നത് അതിന് പാരലൽ ആയിട്ടാണ് എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്, അതിലത്തെ പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസ് വൈബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണത്. ഓക്കെ, ഒരു കോയിൽ എടുത്ത് നോക്കുക, നമ്മളൊരു കോയിലിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും കെട്ടിവെച്ച് നോക്കുക, നമ്മൾ അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും മൂവ് ചെയ്യിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ പാർട്ടിക്കിൾ എന്താവും, ഫോർവേഡും ബാക്ക്വേർഡ് ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക് മൂവ് ചെയ്യാണ് അല്ലേ. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് മൂവിങ് പാരലൽ ടു ദ ഡയറക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് പ്രൊപ്പഗേഷൻ ഓഫ് വേവ്. സച്ച് എ വേവ് ഇസ് നോൺ ആസ് ലോഞ്ചിറ്റ്യൂഡിനൽ വേവ്. So how can you define longitudinal wave? A wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation are called longitudinal waves. Okay, so once again, longitudinal wave is a wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation. And in a longitudinal wave, what is formed? Compressions and rarefactions are formed. Whereas in a transverse wave, what is formed? crest and trough are formed. Okay, so you can see alternate compressions and rarefactions will be formed in a longitudinal wave. Clear?
A wave which propagates parallel to the direction of vibration of the particles of the medium is called a longitudinal wave. Note here that the direction of propagation of the longitudinal wave is parallel to the direction in which the medium's particles are vibrating. Sound waves generated by a vibrating body, such as a loudspeaker, are longitudinal waves. A simple demonstration of a longitudinal wave can be seen using a long slinky held at one end by a rigid support. When the left end of the slinky is moved back and forth parallel to its length, notice the series of disturbances which travel through the slinky. The region of compressed portions in the wave is called
a compression.
The region of relaxed portions of the slinky is called a rarefaction. A longitudinal wave is a series of alternate
Compressions
and rarefactions traveling in a direction parallel to the direction of vibration of the particles.
Compression represents
A region of high density and high pressure in a given part of the medium through which a longitudinal wave initially passes. Rarefaction represents a region of low density and low pressure which succeeds the
compression
in the same part of the medium. So, a longitudinal wave is a series of pressure and density variations produced in the medium while the wave propagates through it. The medium's particles oscillate about their mean positions as the wave passes by. They do not move along with the wave.
Now, look at this figure. It is a tuning fork. Okay, when this tuning fork is hit on the table, it produces a sound. Okay, and this sound waves travel in the form of longitudinal wave. Okay, that sound waves are examples for longitudinal wave. And look at that figure. Here you can see some areas, the particles are very close and it is represented by the letter C. C stands for compressions. And next to it, there are particles which are far apart, their rarefactions are formed. Okay, so you can see alternate compressions and rarefactions will be formed in the case of a tuning fork which produces sound. Clear? And the distance between two compressions or the distance between two rarefaction is known as wavelength, represented by the letter lambda. Okay, so what is wavelength in the case of a longitudinal wave? The distance between two compressions or the distance between two rarefaction is known as wavelength. Observe the figure carefully and tell me how many compressions are formed in that figure. There are 4 compressions. Okay, what about rarefactions? And there are 3 rarefactions. Okay, so longitudinal wave is a combination of alternate compressions and rarefactions. Now, let us discuss the difference between transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Okay, so first transverse wave, a wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate perpendicular to the direction of propagation are called transverse wave. What about longitudinal wave? A wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation are longitudinal wave. Second one, transverse wave, crest and trough are formed. Whereas in longitudinal wave, compressions and rarefactions are formed. Third difference, in a transverse wave, it is formed in solids and liquids. Whereas longitudinal waves are formed in solid, liquids and gases. And what about in the case of a transverse wave? Is there any pressure difference here? No. Okay, there is no pressure difference in that medium. Whereas in the longitudinal waves, there is a pressure difference. Isn't it? Compression means high pressure area, whereas rarefaction means low pressure area. So there is a difference in pressure. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic, sound. Okay. How is sound produced? Do you know? Sound is produced by the vibration of the particles. Okay, and sound requires a medium for propagation. Is it clear? Sound requires a medium for propagation. And sound is an example for longitudinal wave. Clear? And see here. There you can see it is a combination of compressions and rarefaction. Clear? And the distance between two compression or two rarefaction is known as the wavelength. Whether the speed of sound is same through all the media, എല്ലാ മീഡിയത്തിലും കൂടെ പോകുന്ന സൗണ്ട് ഒരേപോലെ ആയിരിക്കും. സ്പീഡ് ഒരേപോലെ ആയിരിക്കും. Now just tap on your table. You can hear the sound, right? Through which medium the sound is reaching you? Yes, the sound travels through air. Place your ear near to the table, close to the table, and just tap the other end. So what happens? Is there any difference in the sound? You can hear the sound little bit louder. കുറച്ചും കൂടെ എന്താ പറയുക മുഴങ്ങുന്ന പോലെ നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റും അല്ലേ? അതെന്താ? Now through which medium the sound has reached you? The sound has reached you through wood and air. അല്ലേ? നിങ്ങൾ ചെവി ആ ടേബിളിൽ ചേർത്തി വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. എന്നിട്ട് മറ്റേ എൻഡ് നമ്മൾ ഇതൊന്ന് തട്ടി കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ സൗണ്ട് ആ വുഡിൽ കൂടെ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ ചെവിയിലേക്ക് എത്തുന്നത് അല്ലേ? എയറിൽ കൂടിയിട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ രണ്ടിലും കൂടെ പോകുന്ന സൗണ്ട് ഒരേപോലെയാണോ? അല്ല. The speed of sound is different in different media. Clear? Now look at this table. Yes, the first one, it is aluminium. And what is the speed of sound? 6,420 meter per second. And what about steel? 5,941. Both are solids, right? Next, we'll go to the liquid category, pure water. The speed of sound is 1,482 meter per second. Whereas in the case of sea water, it is 1,522 meter per second. Now let's move on to the gaseous medium. In the gaseous medium, air. The speed of sound is 343 meter per second, and in helium the speed is 965 meter per second. Now look at this table and tell me, at which state of matter will the speed of sound be greater? അതായത് സൗണ്ട് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സ്പീഡിൽ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഏത് മീഡിയത്തിലാണ്? നോക്കൂ, ഇതിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ is it through solid, liquid or gas? Yes, through solid. അല്ലേ? ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ അലുമിനിയത്തിലാണ്. So sound travels faster through solids. Next comes liquid, and the speed of sound is very less through gases. What may be the reason? Why the speed of sound is greater through solids? What is the speciality of solids? In solids, the molecules are very closely packed. That is the reason why the speed is greater. Whereas in the case of gaseous medium, what happens? The molecules are far apart. That is the reason why the speed of sound is less through gases. Now we can see the factor affecting the speed of light, temperature. Okay. Is there any relation between speed of sound and temperature? Speed of sound changes along with the change in temperature of the media through which it travels. Whatever be the media, the temperature rises, speed of sound through it also increases. For example, in the case of air, sound travels with a speed of 331 meter per second at 0 degree. When the temperature becomes 20 degrees Celsius, speed of sound rises to 343 meter per second, and at 25 degrees Celsius, speed is 346 meter per second. Told you, speed of sound increases with temperature, isn't it? So The speed of sound in air at 0 degrees Celsius is 331 meter per second. Okay, when the temperature rises to 20 degrees Celsius, what happens to the speed? It becomes 343 meter per second. And again, when we increase the temperature to 25 degrees Celsius, the speed of sound becomes 346 meter per second. Okay, so we can tell as temperature increases, speed of sound also increases. Another factor affecting the speed of sound is humidity. Okay, what is humidity? The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere is known as humidity, isn't it? So as humidity increases, speed of sound increases. Clear? And it is less in winter and greater in summer season. Is it clear? So the speed of sound increases when humidity increases. This is because as humidity increases, what happens to the density? Density decreases. So we can tell as density increases, speed of sound decreases. And another factor is the direction of wind. Speed of sound increases in the direction of wind. Wind flow ചെയ്യുന്ന അതേ directionലാണ് എങ്കിൽ speed of sound increases. So what all things we have discussed today? We have discussed on longitudinal waves, a wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation are longitudinal waves. Then it is a combination of compressions and rarefactions. Next we discussed about speed. Speed is an example for longitudinal wave, and the speed is different in different media. The speed of sound is greater in solids and less in gaseous medium, and the factors affecting the speed of sound. Go through the class, clarify the doubts with me. See you all in the next class with a new topic.